Do you know what we need to do? We need to recreate our entire intro sequence, like just recreate the videos so
Yeah?
we can update it. Because like a lot of those videos are when we first started, we look so much different. By the
We
way, hello and welcome to Dondero 101.
Hello.
Hey, Gagomi.
Hi, Bear.
Oh, I knew we were
Thanks,
live.
Fucker. Yeah, we do.
Thanks for the raid, Miko.
I like, unlike you, I pay attention. Pep,
Oh,
pep.
I was paying attention
No,
too.
I was talking to Pep Pep. He was like, "Oh, by the way, we're live." I was like, duh.
I literally started that conversation of we need to oh, they started they spun this prize wheel. Hold on, let me spin it. I have to do it manually because I'm not home. But it's okay because look at that. Boom.
New button.
It's been there all week. We've been doing prize wheel all week. Sean, you gotta make it bigger. Oh, it's OnlyFans. Come on up. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Okay. So all I said, "Oh, my nips," and then you're like, "Come on, come on, come on." I was like, "Ooh,
Doggy
wow."
cam.
I
No, I'm
know.
using him
I
for
was
like,
like, he was
it's
like,
OnlyFans
"Oh,
puppy
my
cam.
nips," and
And
then
that
he's
he
like, "Oh,
wants
come
it
on,
so
come on
bad.
here."
You
I was
should
like,
see it. He is sitting in my lap going, "Can I be on camera today?" He is like a child.
uh-huh.
Oh,
Okay.
I knocked down a picture.
Bear, he lost so hard. Did you lose hard? Was it hard, Bear? Was it so hard? Did you lose really
I
hard?
lost so hard.
So hard. Did you lose hard?
Hey, Bates. Hey, Kagomi. Hey, Bear. But yeah, today's the last day of the cheap spin wheel. We're keeping the spin wheel, but I'm doubling the price. And hey, it's me. I'm Tony.
Now that you're talking like that, it is. Oh, is it what? Did you lose super hard, Bear?
Oh, I lost so
Oh,
hard.
did you lose so hard?
I love it when Bear loses hard. I hope he calls me Tony.
Mm. Oh, do you know? Okay, so Tony
Tony.
is a name I had to teach myself how to say properly.
Well, how did you used to say it?
Tony,
Tony.
Tony, with
Tony.
an H, Tony,
Tony.
Tony. No, it's like Tony, Tony. I had to teach. Oh, the
See,
O.
I grew up, like my father's from up north. So like, there were certain things like, he didn't have really a strong northern accent, but there
Mhm.
were a couple words that you just learned my mom never said. And Tony was one of them because my mom didn't know a Tony, but my dad did. So my dad would always say Tony.
Uh huh.
And for the longest time, I heard somebody say Tony. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, why is that spelled differently than Tony?
Yeah, I used to say Tony, Tony,
Tony.
Tony. It's
Tony.
Tony, Tony.
You know, Rooks, I saw something today on the Facey Bucks, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do this thing. You
Hmm.
know how like uh the men have this very horrible habit of
A
telling
lot.
women. Yeah, yeah, a lot. One of the many
Okay.
horrible habits they have
Okay.
is telling women you should smile more. You'd be prettier if you smile more. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start telling men that all the time. If I see a man not smiling, I am just and this is something men have to do. So men get out there, and anytime you see another man not smiling, tell them you should smile more. You'd be prettier if you smiled more.
I tell go fuck themselves. That's what I tell people when they tell me to smile more. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
No, just
uh,
men start telling other men because, like I said, if we tell everyone you'd be pretty if you smiled more, it's not sexist. You're not being a dickhole. If you tell everyone, hey, smile more,
yeah.
I would think so. If that was non-gender specific, if it wasn't just said to women, would it be as like degrading?
Yeah. I think degrading still degrading. Consent is still consent. Like,
Really?
mm-hmm.
Hmm. But I still think we should just say it to men more often. Give them a taste of their own medicine.
I just noticed my rope light was not working. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think like yeah, I don't.
Kagome has the actual right answer, but I'm just gonna start telling men to smile more often. You'd be prettier if you smiled. And I encourage other men to tell men that. Just go out and do it.
Well, if I would be prettier if I smiled, then don't be a dick.
You ever looked at somebody and be like, you wouldn't be prettier if you smiled? You rock a mean look.
I rock a mean look.
I have a friend like that. Like I love her to death. She's one of the most amazing people. But she has this rocking resting bitch face. Like it is just like model-esque rocking resting bitch face. And that's her face all the time. Like she is very like she looks like a supervillain.
I don't
But
look
like
like a supervillain?
no, not you.
Oh.
I was talking to my friend.
Well, I
But
know,
when
but do
she's
I look like a supervillain? Would I
no,
be able to look up? No?
you could not like her.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. She looks like she might actually stab you to death. At any moment in time, she is going to bring out a death ray. And that's just her resting face. Like, it's just her normal resting face.
Yeah.
But when she smiles, it's so goofy because she always has this very serious demeanor.
Mhm.
So when she smiles, it's goofy. I'm like, you are not prettier when you smile. You make me giggle when you smile because I feel like seeing my kindergarten teacher at the grocery store when I was like 6. You're like,
Uh-huh.
oh my god, it's my teacher. They're outside of where I normally see them. When she smiles, that's the mentality I have.
I've been on the other side though. I've been the teacher that the kids see. And it's really funny.
Oh, wheel, please. Sorry, I have to spin wheel.
Okay. And Bates, no, I never let him finish his story. Because if I let him finish his story, he will go on forever.
Oh, try again, Kagome.
We all know this.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, and then she has a grocery, but when she smiles, I'm just like, don't, because we used to do photo shoots together.
Mhm.
And she would smile in the picture. I'm like, don't smile. You're so much more intimidating when you don't smile. And she's like, I like being intimidating. I was like, then don't smile. You look too friendly.
Yeah.
I will say this right now, her LinkedIn photo is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. It's like the person you hope you never work for, like the Corella Deville.
Uh-huh.
And she does this cow. It's just like very like
Aw.
don't
Kagome.
worry, the spin wheel is not going anywhere. What I've decided to do is I like the spin wheel. Spin wheel's fun. But I also can't
Uh-huh.
afford to like, just have it a low price. I'm just gonna double the price and keep the spin wheel forever. And then do weeks where we cut the spin wheel in half.
Redeem flirty. Bates wants you to flirt with her.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Why why are you this human? Why
Don't make it weird. Don't make it a weird, Rooks. That's how people flirt.
is it?
It is.
Is it?
It
Is
is.
it how people flirt? Okay, well,
I didn't say that's how people flirt well. I didn't say people were good at
I don't
flirting.
know what's happening there. I don't know. I don't.
But I bet you there's somebody who that they think that's flirting.
I have been called intimidating, but just because of my
You
personality.
you are
But just
absolutely intimidating.
it's just because I am just it's not that it's not the look. It's very much I am just like right in your
You
face.
have a very intimidating personality.
I do. I do.
And like I said, you don't have a intimidating demeanor. You look friendly and approachable. I'm sorry, you do. Even your quote unquote RBO or whatever,
RBF.
RBF is you don't look mean, you don't look hostile, you don't look out there. Frankenstein flirt. There you go. See, Bates gets it. Bates gets that. See,
Paragon of Virtue said, "Did I have a stroke?"
a little bit, yes. If you're lucky, maybe you'll see it again. Maybe it'll be like our clip of the week or something.
Oh, okay. No, that was just
No, that's just John. That's just me. I'm here.
Mhm, mhm.
I love Mondays. I actually get really excited for Mondays because it's like It's the one time that me and you, Rose, we get to sit down and we just get to be us.
We do.
So have you started working on your questions for Con Caroliners, our special panel?
I've been no, I'm working on the schedule right now. I got priorities.
I know. I know. I'm in the schedule meeting. I'm in the schedule group, and when like Hartens comes in, he's like, "I'm gonna do this." All I'm thinking is like, Ruse is gonna fucking stab you.
Bear said, "Don't forget my praise, okay?"
Oh, Bear, let me tell you, you're an amazing human being. You made a little baby bear, and she is adorable, and you should be very proud of that. You have such a and not only that, you had babies, and you still stream, you still supporting content. That's quite of accomplishment. When I had a newborn kid, I could barely wipe my own ass.
Bear, you are one of my favorite people on the entire planet. And I appreciate my emotional support, Viking. And I think you are a wonderful human, a wonderful father, a wonderful friend. And I am so glad I decided to stalk you. I I was very much an extrovert and I chose you. So, and I
Hey,
chose wisely and I'm very glad about that.
hey, let's not be too nice to him. He's still Bear. Okay, fine. We could be that nice to him. I'm reading what Paragon said. Thank you, friend. And happy to be here. As for the RBF comments, I remember the last time I saw a girl and told her, I'd say you have a RBF, but that'd be an insult to the bags under your eyes. Ooh, that's cold. I don't say things to people like. Have you noticed we've come to that generation where I try not I as a person don't try to compliment people or insult them at all. I just make zero like I will tell people you're doing a great job.
I compliment people all the time.
I don't.
I do.
No. Well, because I don't want people to think that they are like reliant on my compliments. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
yeah,
Like
I
I
don't
don't want
care.
someone to go be like, I don't need your seal of approval. I'm like, you don't. No, fair.
No, but see, here's the thing is I'm like, you know what? You're right. You don't, but I'm going to annoy you anyway. See, that is how I become annoying is that like, I don't get all like sarcastic. No, I get annoying with like happiness and like awkwardness. And I get all like, oh, I know that you don't need it, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. And you're going to get so annoyed and still like it.
I just touch my lips awkwardly and they tend to go away.
I am doing this whole like, oh, be yourself thing. And I have discovered I am motherfucking weird.
Being no, I will say this. I love being weird, but yeah, we're very much in this culture, and don't get me wrong, I'm fine with it because, like I said, we are finding that perfect happy medium where we can
Mhm.
be very supportive of people in the proper way, and
Right.
I think that's amazing. I think that we're no longer tolerating the bullshit of oh you should smile more as a quote unquote compliment but the more you're doing an amazing job and you should be proud of who you are as a compliment.
I think it's more we are moving away as a society of complimenting people's aesthetic look, and being more notice me for my characteristics.
Oh no, see,
Like,
I think the aesthetic look is still a thing because I will tell people I'm loving your vibe. It's not about you are attractive or anything like that. Oh, yeah, I tell people like, dude, you are rocking that. You are rocking that vibe right now, and I love it.
I mean, my vibe, my my vibe is something different.
Not
my,
that kind of vibe.
I
I'm
mean, I
talking
rock
about
that
young people
vibe
vibe.
too. I
That's what
mean,
the young people say, Arugs. Okay, I'm a
but
young person
you know what? I am not
losing my
young,
gray
and
hair.
my vibe rocks my world.
Yeah, well, I mean, um, but yeah, no, I tell people like, oh, you were rocking that look, like that look suits you, without trying to make it a you're an attractive person. I like very generic because, like I said, if somebody's like, you could tell they have
I
put
don't.
like effort.
I do not like generic comments. I think that they are disingenuous. I
No,
do. I do. I think that they are disingenuous because you tell me like some generic compliment, and I'm like, okay, I could have been anybody on the street. Yeah, I honestly, and
okay,
maybe not aesthetic, but I try to make sure that if I'm going to compliment somebody or give them or boost them up or give them something, it cannot be generic. It has to be, I notice you. Whatever I'm
Hi.
complimenting you on, I
Well,
notice that
hello.
person.
I'm straight white male. I'm trying not to get like very opinionated compliments to people of like, different genders or walks of life. I'm just trying to like I am trying to be very respectful without stepping about without knowing them.
But
If
how
I'm gonna compliment somebody and I don't know them, it's gonna be generic as shit. Now, you on the other hand, I know you. I know what you're about. I know where we stand on our consent lines. I can give you a very pointed compliment. I know you. But if I am just like meeting somebody and we're out in public, I don't know what's going to upset them.
yeah, okay, but you're coming at that from a very white male perspective, and you are, and I can respect that in protecting yourself.
No,
But
I'm not it's not even protecting myself. I don't want to make someone feel uncomfortable because they think I've objectified them.
what kind of compliments are you giving that you're objectifying someone?
None. But that doesn't start somebody who is out for blood anyway to turn on it. If I don't know you, I'm not going to assume you're not out for blood.
Well, that's a very pessimistic way to look at life.
You got better safe than sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like one of those people who like I'd rather just not offend somebody.
I guess that we're just gonna come at it from different points of view because I think that I honestly I think that if you look at it from I'm not gonna offend anyone, then you're never gonna truly compliment anyone.
If I know, but here's the thing: is you're talking on the same factor of
So
you
how do
know
you
the
spread
person
how
or
but so
you
how do you
don't know the
spread
person.
yeah, but how do you spread positivity in the world?
I do content on the internet.
Okay.
I don't have to go around complimenting people. I don't have to go around complimenting strangers.
So how are we supposed to be positive people as a society if we're not complimenting strangers? How are we supposed to like how are we supposed to represent to our children that we can recognize good things in other people because we want them to recognize good things in ourselves?
We
What
can by being broader about it. If I don't know you, I'm going to be generic. You're rocking. Hey, I like what you're doing. It's generic, but it's still a compliment. I'm not dissing anybody. I'm not coming at you and be like, oh, you just stop doing that. I'm just saying, hey, everything you're doing is pretty great right now.
I guess I am not afraid. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm not afraid of offending anyone. And if they're offended, that's not on me. That's on them. And I'm sorry if I'm giving you something positive, if I'm saying something and that triggers you or that offends you, even though I don't know you, then that is something for you to deal with because I am over here giving you a compliment. Now, can I acknowledge that I have offended you? Probably. But if I'm not doing it out of malice, if I am complimenting them regardless of what
Mhm.
it is, then I don't think that is on them. That is for them to deal with. That is for them to accept. And if I am not doing it out of malice, if I am not saying anything mean, disrespectful, or any of the type, that is on them, not me. And I am not going to go around because I've spent my entire life going
Mhm.
around trying not to offend anybody, trying not to hurt people's feelings. Not that, no, if I want to compliment somebody, I'm going to motherfucking compliment them. And if they get offended by me saying that they look nice or they did a great job because they did XYZ and I was specific about that because I noticed that they did a good job, then that is for them to deal with in their trauma and not me.
Now, here's my argument point to that. Imagine an audience. I want you guys to respond to this. Imagine a straight white male saying everything that she just said and tell me how that comes across. If I compliment you, you should just take it as a compliment.
Yeah. Because you tell me all the time,
I'm
"That's
gonna
on
start.
me."
I'm
You
gonna
tell me
start sending
that's
you.
on
Oh
me.
no, no! I'm going to start sending you Reddit posts of that going horribly wrong.
Okay.
And all I'm saying is, I'm not saying I don't care if I offend somebody with being honest. but I don't have to.
Thanks, Shifty Bricks. Yeah, like I am not gonna censor myself anymore. I refuse to censor myself, and I
I
am
don't censor
spending
shit.
too
I just
much.
don't compliment.
Well, then don't
You
compliment.
were
That is your
taking like
choice. That is your choice to not compliment, and that's okay. But it is also my choice to compliment and be specific and spread that joy, and that's okay. That is fine. But that does not make me wrong, and that doesn't make you wrong either.
you just said you're censoring yourself. I'm like, no, I am choosing not to put myself in a position
No, I
that can
never
be
said you
turned
were censoring
around
yourself.
on me.
I am not censoring myself.
Yeah. I will tell you you're a piece of shit all day long. I have no problem telling anyone, oh, you're a piece of shit.
So you're
Because you can
willing
come
to
back at me.
insult people, but you're not willing to compliment people.
Hmm.
And how is that better?
It's not. But I am not going to step into a
So
situation.
you're willing to offend people by being negative, but not offend people by being
No,
positive.
I am willing to offend people by being honest.
You're calling them a piece of shit.
If
Is
they're doing
being
something shitty,
so, but you can't tell them they're doing something good?
yeah, very generically. You're doing a great job and I'm proud of you.
But being a piece of shit, saying that they're being shitty is generic?
It's the same level of you're doing a great job and I'm proud of you. That's the same level of generic. You are literally telling me saying generically you're doing a piece of shit and saying
No,
generically you're doing great
no.
is two different
Being
things.
a piece you're being a piece of shit. You're a
Yep.
piece of shit is very personal, but you're
Hmm.
doing a great job is generic. What the equivalent of you doing a great job is that you are doing a shitty job. That's generic. You calling somebody a piece of shit is personal, and that is offensive. If you can't say you're being a piece of shit and then, oh, you're
Okay,
a
well
great
let me
person,
rephrase
those
that
are
then.
equal. Those are
Okay, well then
equal.
let me rephrase it.
Okay.
You're being a great person. You're being a piece of shit are two compliments and insults I would give somebody.
Okay.
They're the same phrase. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying is I keep it generic across the board if I don't know you.
Accidentally muted the tab.
No, if I don't know you, if I don't have a relationship with you, I'm going to be generic. I'm sorry. You could tell me I'm censoring all day long, but I don't know you
I
enough
never
to
said you
compliment
were
you.
censoring. I said I'm not going to censor myself.
Okay, you don't have to censor yourself,
I
but
don't.
you're in a completely different situation than I am in.
Why?
White male.
Okay. Mixed
Cancel
female.
culture is a thing, and I am not going to let myself be canceled. And if you tell me that's not a thing, it is a thing. There's nothing wrong with it. It should exist, but it is a thing. And people have walked into it unwillingly and unknowingly to the point where I would rather be PC and generic.
Okay. You're willing to be PC and generic except when it serves you? Because you're not PC and generic on here.
Yeah, this is my platform,
Okay.
and I know you,
Right.
but I'm not going to go out to somebody and give them unsolicited advice or anything like that without being generic.
Well, advice and compliments are two different things, though.
I'm not giving anything unsolicited.
Well, then nobody's giving anything unsolicited.
I don't mind being me on here. This is my platform. If
But
you don't like
you're
it,
talking
fucking turn
like,
it off.
well, yeah, but like you were saying, like complimenting somebody. But if you notice somebody, like you said, unsolicited, so it's not like are you complimenting people in general, or is it unsolicited? You walking up to a stranger because
That's what
like
I've been talking about. Like, I'm not going to go up to a stranger that I have never met before and give them a very pointed compliment, other than outside of, hey, I saw you do that thing over there. That was amazing. That's cool.
this is getting tense.
It is. And I don't understand why, because I'm just like, I don't give strangers, I don't give strangers unsolicited shit.
Okay, that's great.
But I can be all I want to be on here. This is my platform. No one can tell me otherwise.
But I give people compliments. I don't see what's wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it if you do it. This is not about, I'm talking about me.
Okay. Are you getting canceled? Who's canceling you? And what are you saying that you need to be canceled for?
Nothing. Because I don't go out giving people unsolicited advice.
Okay. Who's giving you advice?
Nobody. Because I
And
haven't
who are
asked
you?
for it.
Okay.
But if you come and give me unsolicited advice I don't give a shit about, I'm going to tell you, I don't. Why are you giving me advice on that?
John's concern is most prevalent in the workplace. I don't understand what's going on right now either, Shifty Bricks. I don't either.
Yeah,
John's
I don't
John's
understand either because I'm
John's
like,
all up
I
in
am just
arms
PC.
because he's talking about resting bitch face, which by the way is also very insulting. And how I told my friend that she looked prettier when she didn't smile. Like I
My
like
friend, do you hear this moment? I'm telling my friend a very funny situation, and I can open up with my friend who I know, and they know what I am interpreting from that. I don't come up
uh-huh.
to you and be like, "You got arrested,
But
bitch
then
face."
why are you like I don't like understand why you would bring up like people telling how people tell women they should do we should tell guys that they should smile more. So
That
why
was okay. That was literally a joke. First of all, second of all, no one should tell anyone they should have to smile. That was the whole point of that argument. Is you shouldn't tell people you should smile.
but
That's the
you're telling our community that they should tell guys that they should smile more.
So you know how like we do this weird thing on the internet where we just talk a bunch of bullshit and it's our weird show that we talk stuff. I tell people, yeah, it's really cool to smoke. You should smoke, and no one know. Everyone knows they're like, no, we really shouldn't smoke. That's
Cancel
really
John
bad for
Snips.
you.
Let's get back to that.
Yeah, it's this whole thing called comedy content where we talk a bunch of crazy ass shit because this is my platform to talk it.
Okay.
But I am not going up to a complete stranger and just doing content at them.
What about
You have to
cons?
actually click my link to come here to get content. I'm not going to go up to a stranger and be like, let me tell you about a story about this friend I have.
That's how I know it's not that bad. It's because he's not angry at it yet.
I'm
I'm not even mad or upset. I don't even care.
Yeah,
Like I'm
I'm
like
actually not that
we're
upset, but I'm
yeah,
this close to angry nude.
that Arugs of giving a shit is gone. Like I'm like he's and John is absolutely right. Like white males absolutely get different treatment. So it's that's not
And no, but we brought that on ourselves, and that's the thing. Is this is why I'm cautious because men have brought a bunch of shit on themselves. This is not anything that like that we're being unfairly treated. That is not what I'm saying. We have literally made our own fucking bed.
Man,
Now
I
that
they
is
should have.
why I play cautious because
Oh, sorry.
and the reason being is because as well I have no harmful intent in anything I say. When I'm talking to somebody, I have zero harmful intent. But that doesn't mean the person who you literally spoke to 2 seconds beforehand didn't and you just had to deal with that. I don't fucking know.
Mhm.
So I am going to absolutely play PC because I am not in your shoes. And I know the bed that men have made for themselves. And we absolutely have earned every bit of that. Yeah, the Mad Men era did us wrong. It did us horribly wrong.
The Mad Men era, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the
Yeah,
90s, the
we
aughts.
listen.
Fuck the
This is not a
2020s.
big rant about like, oh, we're being treated unfair. I'm a white male. We done fucked up, y'all. We did it. We did this to ourselves. We got to take the lumps for it. And I'm here to say I will gladly take those lumps. I will not give people pointed compliments because I don't want anyone to ever think that I am trying to make them something they're not. If I compliment somebody, their hair looks nice,
Mhm.
that when I say that, I don't mean anything by it, but I don't want anyone to assume I am meaning anything by that. I don't want to be that, hey, you should smile more because I don't give a fuck if you smile. You be you. You go be the best you can be. And that's my
Mhm.
compliment I give people. It's generic as shit. Go be the best you. But you know what? I will take those lumps because we men did fuck up. We fucked up a lot.
And I never said that like there is no such thing as like I never denied that because
Yeah.
like you're right. You prove that you prove that it's different. But it's the same like for when you catfish for me. Like guys are that way and you do have to play cautious. And
Mhm.
unfortunately it's just that era of but it's not just white men. It is just everything. We
Yeah, no,
everything
I'd say what I am a white man. It's men in general, first of all, but it is that era we live in, and this is how we're healing. We're finding our new grounds.
right.
And like I said,
But
when I was joking about the female that said that's like you look goofier when you smile, we have that dynamic, and we were talking about that, and she smiled just like I would give Jay shit. I give my friends, regardless of their gender, equal shit. Doesn't matter. I don't care. You're gonna get the same shit. And it's not even gonna be gender specific shit. It's just gonna be like shit for you, and there's some shit for you. It's all the same shit.
right. But I mean, even just think about just in general. It's like no matter what you say. Like that's the
Oh,
thing.
thank
No
you.
matter huh?
I was thanking him for still loving me.
Oh. It's like no matter what we say, no matter who you are, if you and that's where I'm having to come to terms with, which was really hard for me, but as a people pleaser and one who tried to make everyone happy, is that we are in this era that if you don't believe, think, say, do, act exactly how somebody believes, and I'm not saying this is everyone, but it is a pop culture in general, somebody is going to get offended by you just breathing
Mhm.
and I
Also, the reason I don't compliment people because some people are just out to be pieces of shit. There's no compliment you can give them that's going to placate them. There's nothing you can say. If you say, "Hey, you're just doing an amazing job," they'll look at you and go, "I'm trying to be a fucking villain."
I
And
mean,
I've
you're right.
offended them because I didn't recognize their shittiness, and I'm like, "Sorry,
Oh, I have people that
I'm
I
sipping on rum and ginger ale."
have oh, so he's drunk. That's great. Awesome.
No, I'm no. Yeah.
No, I mean, I have people that like, people who I am close to where I give compliments and they just come at me and I'm like, "You know what? Okay, that's going to be you. You do you and I'm going to do me and I'm going to compliment you and it's fine. Like I'm going to you're going to come
Yeah.
at me. That's okay."
Abs Absolutely, and that's the thing is, like, I don't I'm fine living in a society where we can be positive people, but we don't have to be if we don't know you, we don't have to be generic, we can be generic about it.
And that's
Like
that's the difference. That's the difference is because we grew up in the 80s and 90s where we had to be nice and pleasant and polite to everyone. Everyone. And
thank you
that
so much. I am. I'm fucking fantastic.
did anyone call you not fantastic?
No, but
Okay.
I'm taking my compliment.
Look at you growing. Look at you. I'm so proud of you.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh! No, but it's just that
Yeah.
it's one of those
I wanna make people have a better life. I want to make people happy, but that's exactly what I was saying before. It's on my terms. You if you want the content I do right here, I can be a piece of shit. You know why? This is my platform. You are here voluntarily.
Right.
I am not like no one is coming. I'm not coming into your house, putting on this show, going fucking watch it.
Why
I am
not?
promoting
Why not?
because there's a couple restraining orders that I don't want to talk about right
Oh,
now.
okay, got it, got it, got
Um,
it.
but I mean, like I said, I will encourage people to watch it. But
Mhm.
like I said, if you're not vibing with what I'm saying, I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of here. Go. I don't care. Bye. If you are vibing, fuck yeah, look, we're on that same level, and that's kind of my mentality for life. I will absolutely give you all the love and support you need, but I'm not going to come out of my way because I don't want to put expectations on you to be any certain way. I don't want anybody to have those expectations. If I come up and say, "Hey, you're doing amazing," that's expectations on you to keep up that work.
Then that sounds
Now,
like How is that how no, and this is not as sarcastic. This is not
Yeah.
you me coming at you. It is me literally trying to see where you're coming from. Because how is you telling complimenting somebody setting up an expectation for them?
Anxiety. And the reason I say that is because I have a friend. They're like, if someone comes up and tells me
Mhm.
I'm doing a great job, now I'm thinking about the job I'm doing. Now I'm thinking, at what moment in time are they going to realize I'm a piece of shit?
That's understandable.
And here's the thing is, if I don't know you,
Mhm.
I'm not going to assume that's not how you're going to react to stuff. I have no problem telling Roogs, I know what you need. I know you. I can come to you and go, "Hey, I'm very proud of the work you're doing. You're doing an amazing job." And
Mhm.
you will take it as that. But I also knew people, if I said that exact same phrase, would have a meltdown because they're not thinking they're doing an amazing job. And now they have felt they have lied to me. And they're going to cascade and spiral because of that.
Okay.
That's the thing. So you might be triggering somebody by literally acknowledging their awesomeness because they're at that moment, they're not feeling that awesome.
Mhm.
And you have just put an expectation of their being awesome. And if they're feeling like a piece of shit, they're like, oh God,
But
maybe I am just a piece of
what if you trigger them by being generic and not complimenting them?
something. I mean, sometimes you're going to trigger. Okay. See, now you're getting into that somatic of, well, don't talk
But
to
but
anyone.
But see, that's the thing. Like you, I'm just, I'm point because I was that person. Like you
Yeah.
didn't know, like you didn't compliment me, or somebody just is like, I am over here being fucking amazing, and I need somebody to notice my hard work, but nobody's complimenting me because they're afraid that they're triggering me, and now I'm triggered because nobody's noticing.
Is it my job to notice you?
Is it my job not to trigger you?
Oh, you're not triggering me. I'm just saying it's no one's job to notice other people unless it's your job to notice other people. If you're my friend, yes, I notice. If you do something that affects me, yes, I notice.
They're triggered by being told the same. Does
No, if I don't know you, I'm just gonna
great
let you be
value
you.
compliments. Oh, Jay, let's talk about great value compliments. Let's talk about that,
Wow,
huh?
let's talk about
Huh?
talk
Huh?
about the manager walking in. The
Yeah,
manager
manager
walking in,
walking
be
in
like,
and
"Hey,
on it.
everybody, let's
Listen,
boost some
no.
great values.
Mhm.
I'm a team lead now, so
Mhm.
I got things going on.
Okay,
You
we
should
are
go
not
back to sucking dick behind a Denny's."
this is not great value. This is not the this is not the
God,
buck
Jay,
store way.
way to be a
God,
piece of
okay. All
shit. Way
right.
to come
Wait.
in here and just be a
Come on and
fucking
be my
turd.
supervisor. That's fine. Okay. We're John, do you feel supervised? Do you feel
I
like
do. I
you
feel.
or
I
do
you know
you
what?
feel
I feel
do you
like he
feel
came in here and he
Yeah,
gave
he
me a
did.
team lead speech.
He
I
did.
feel like the big man has come
Yeah.
in here
Yeah.
and he has
Okay. All
just been
right.
like, "Hey guys, hey team players, hey team
Hey,
players,
you need to
are
be a
we
team.
pressing? Yeah,
We need to work together, Dondero. We need to work
we need to
together.
work
We have to
together.
be we have to be a team. We have to be
Yeah,
on the
we
same
do.
page, right? Okay, all right. Well, I would like to apologize for not
Yeah.
being a team
Sorry,
player.
sorry, Jay. Sorry for not
Sorry, Jay.
leading up to your
Sorry. I
team lead
know.
expectations. God, fucking turd. You know what? I'm just really happy that we've been able to do this whole episode just getting heated at every fucking thing. It has been really good to just be like, you know what? No, let's just fucking argue. And then right before the stream, literally seconds before the stream, man, Jay, I'm so happy you showed up because I literally joined this room and I said, you know what? I'm really happy for I was like, everybody, I'm really happy for Jay. He got
Yeah,
an
he was.
absolutely
He's so
fantastic
complimentary.
promotion. And I was really happy for him. But I looked at Arugs and I looked at Sean and I said, but we have to be a piece of shit to him for it.
Mm,
Yeah, we cannot let Jay have any happiness because he has become the evil that he has so sought to fight.
I know that he talks so much shit.
And I was just like, we've just got to shit on Jay. That's what we've got to do right now. But yeah, no, we are living in this weird time of
Yeah,
you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And there's
absolutely.
no right way of doing anything. So
Mm-mm,
that's why I'm like, most of the time I'm polite. I'm not gonna go out of my way. And like I'll go to my way according to my job. Like if I see you're in need of help, I help.
mhm, mhm,
But like here, I'm either gonna be the biggest support you've ever had or, you know, writing shit down upon you. This is my platform. This is my
mhm.
this is my safe space. And like I said, I will create a safe space for others while they're here. That's fine. After I dealt with the cat lady from Futurama, y'all ain't got shit. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. But like I said, I love creating that safe space where we can come here and just be a little bit of turds. We can be very supportive of each other, but we also have that safe space where we can just rant off about shit and be like, fuck you. I don't believe any of that shit. It's garbage. It's hot garbage. And that is what a safe space is. A safe space is not always positive.
Mhm,
A safe space is sometimes a place where you can just be a piece of shit and no one's going to judge you for it.
mhm. And I think it's also important that like we agree to disagree and be different people. I think
Yeah.
as heated as like everything it's just different points of view and that's okay. That's
It,
okay.
I agree 110% with that. I like being different people. And the one thing I've always liked about the reason Don Daring 101 became D101 and even started in the first place is because I am different than Arugs and Arugs is different from me. And there's that contrast of like, we're going to disagree and we're going to bucket each other and we're going to,
Right.
come at each other and we're going to say shit. And that is our safe space because at the end of the day, that's it. That's done. You just
And I no
disagree.
longer take it personally. I don't give
Oh
a
my
shit.
God. I'm so proud of you for that.
I know. I'm so excited about
Look,
that.
you have been the most heated I've ever seen and been able to buck up at you. And you just be like, fuck you. I'm a grown ass adult. I don't give a shit if you don't agree with me. I'm going to say my shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to say this and I'm going to mean this. And this is not generic. I'm goddamn proud of you. I am more proud of you than I've ever been proud of anyone in my entire life.
Oh,
Because
thanks.
2 years ago, you'd have cried after this episode.
I would have. Now I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna continue to compliment people, and you do you, boo, and I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna be annoyingly happy. Like,
And you know what? I support the shit out of you because honestly, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit what anyone does.
right.
I don't. I will compliment people, but I don't expect anyone to be anything. Rugs is such a
Sheesh.
good girl standing up for you. Are such a good girl. Look, who is being such a good girl standing up for herself? Who's a grown ass adult? Who's a good girl?
Oh, she
I am still
debriefs.
confused. Welcome to D101. You're not supposed to know what's happening. Most of the time, D101
we don't
happens.
know. We don't know
No,
what's
no, most of
happening.
the time, D101 happens. And I have this moment, I'm like, can I spin us? Can I spin us into a tilt-a-whirl where no one knows what's happening and I'm really happy about it? Like, I'm just like, fuck yeah, we're going to get weird with it. But tonight, I actually think was good. I think there was a really good moment of genuine, different opinion,
Mhm.
a genuine, heated, but at no point in time was I ever angry about it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
honestly, I'm like, I like our viewing differences. I like that we can get heated. I like that we can get with the audience and be like, no, I don't do that shit. Fuck you. Or you're right. I might be wrong.
I also I like i- it's just it's just different points of view. It really is. And it's
It is.
okay. I think the thing is that it's different points of view and we did get heated, but we never not listened to each other.
Yeah.
Like it was like, okay, well, you believe that, but then here's what I'm thinking. And it was very much like and look, we're just like we're fine. Jay comes in, we're like, okay, fuck you, fine. Jay's here.
Yeah.
Like
The
and
Jay
it's
comes
just
in and
like
we
whatever.
both got what we wanted. We got to turn on Jay, and that's honestly what we both just wanted. Uh You two fight like cats and dogs. We do, but I think that's kind of the vibe of the show. I think the show has always been, and I wouldn't say at each other. I would say it was more like differing opinions coming together to find the weird in the middle.
Mhm,
because like Ruggs would be like, "Well, I don't think you can do that," and I'll be like, "Fuck you, I can do that." And then I will give a Ruggs a thing, and then she will make me do a whole PowerPoint about how Delaware is an actual state, but it's not. And we all know it's a fucking lie.
Aw,
There is
you
there is
savage.
absolutely that throwback and forth that I really appreciate, and that's kind of what I really love about D101 is and you don't necessarily know who's going to be the winner of like that debate. Am I going to be the hill this week, or are you going to be the hill this week?
Yeah, but
And I don't think we know it
I also
going in.
don't go, but I don't go into it as a winner or loser though. I
No,
think,
same.
yeah,
But
and I think
I'm
that
talking
that's
about
different.
like
Yeah,
outside opinion.
right. True, true, true,
Yeah,
true, true, true.
like watching us because like they said we're getting real heated, and there are some people on your side of this argument, and there's some people on my side of the argument. But
Mhm.
inevitably, one of us is the heel in somebody else's eyes.
Right,
And that's
true.
the one thing I think
Right.
we don't ever plan for when we're making this kind of content is
Mhm.
who's going to be the heel tonight. 9 times out of 10, it's me because I like being the heel. I like being the like, I'm going to make it weird for every. I'm going to.
But here's the thing. Like I
I'm not
was
done yet.
oh.
Okay, now go ahead.
I was watching last week. You had posted on YouTube, and I was watching it today, and we were talking about how, like, you were talking about the whole heel or whatever, and you were like, "Well, why do you need people's compliments?" And I was like, "No, listen, like, I am finally at the point where I can ask for that. Like, I'm at and you were like, you
Yeah.
know what, fair." And it's like that. That's one of those things where that's where we are now.
Yeah, I like
Therapy's
that. I
working.
like
It's
I can
working.
I like that I can come at somebody with a hot topic, and especially you. I like that I can come at you with a hot side, like a hot take, and you're like, "No, I don't agree with that." I don't give a shit if you agree. I'm still gonna have my hot take,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have your opinion about it. It's not offending, and I think that's kind of what's wrong with the world right now. Is
Yeah.
too many people will come out with a hot take, and people will get butt ass hurt about it.
Mhm.
Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, you're allowed to be butt ass hurt about it, but at the end of the day, does it matter? If you just don't give them any power, who cares? That's their bread and butter.
Master debating on D101. I think the thing for me personally is like you said, I now no longer it's like, okay, we have differing opinions. Yeah, I'm going to do me and I'm going to feel me, but now I'm no longer going to sign off and be like cry about it. Like I literally would just like after we would have I would cry and be like
Sean, go ahead and ban No One's Angel. Just go ahead and get that out of here.
oh, pickles are great.
Shut the fuck up. All right,
Yes.
we're about to end the show early.
All
Um,
the bread and butter pickles, that's
yeah,
amazing.
stop it.
Bread and butter pickles with
Talk
olives, is that
about
my
pickles. I'm
favorite
gonna
little
give me more booze.
but redeem the randomizer. I just don't you dare. Um, yeah, I've just gotten to that point. And you know what? He has valid points, and I'm not going to deny any of that. Like he has valid points where complimenting somebody may send them into a tailspin. Yes, and as a white male, unfortunately, he is viewed very differently when he compliments people, but I'm also coming from a different angle, and that's okay, and that is totally fine. I come at it, but at the same time, on the flip end, like he catfished people with my picture, and we saw how well that worked. That's just gonna keep me single for the rest of my goddamn life. Like I'm just gonna be a cat lady. Like it's just fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
and like I
I'm
said,
not going through
you
a hoe
go
phase.
compliment people.
I'm gonna
That
go through a
works
slow
for
phase.
you. That absolutely works for you. And like I said, your gender hasn't done a bunch of shit to
Yeah,
bring it upon themselves.
yeah.
And you know what? You fucking earned that shit. You earned the ability to do that by having to take all the shit. I gotta take my lumps, and I'm fine with that. I'm
Yeah.
fine with the lumps I gotta take, and I'm not happy about it. I want to tell somebody, hey, you're beautiful. But you know what? I can't because too many people went, oh, you're fucking hot, you piece of meat. I just want to eat your butt to complete strangers. And
But
I'm
like
not paraphrasing. I've been told that as you. So I know people say that. And I'm like, I've got to take lumps because other dudes have fucking ruined it for me.
But like Stone Mage just compliment me. He like here in
He
the
did
chat.
in a very polite manner,
Yes.
but also he's been a member of our community for quite some time.
Yes. And I've had conversations with him. So it's like that's a great compliment. I love compliments. And I
Yeah,
think and I think for me, I want to hear people and and maybe it is some of my trauma. I mean, and I mean, that's just as honest. It is probably some of my trauma because I didn't get noticed as a kid. So
no,
I want people in my life. I want people to notice. I want people to compliment me. I want people to
abs-
tell me I glow. How do you like? How great is that? Who
and
doesn't
you
want
are
to think
absolutely
they glow?
deserved to get what you want. Now that being said, I also know people. I talk to other streamers. There's another streamer that I talk to. We don't stream together, but like I go on their chat, and we've
Mhm,
talked on Instagram a couple times because we've shared promos before.
mhm.
Like we've done cross promotional stuff, but never actually done content together. And she does like
Oh, you're cheating
sexy
on me with
streams.
another streamer. You're cheating on me with another streamer.
No,
You are. You are cheating on me with another streamer.
I'm not cheating on you with another streamer. Not at all. In fact, she streams on Tuesday. Yeah, that's her day to stream, and that's usually what it is. Like I have a free time during the afternoon on Tuesday. I'll
Mhm.
jump in because she has really good views. It's a lot of promoting stuff, and she finds our content funny. I find her content, like really
Polystream
awesome because
positive.
polystream positive. Yeah, we're polystream positive here,
We are. We are. We are.
and and because and we were talking about one day, and she's like, all her stream is an endless slew of how hot she is. And she's like, it becomes gray white noise.
Mhm.
And but that's the thing is she doesn't need that. She's like one of those people. She's like me. That one thing we get along with. I don't like compliments. Don't come at me with compliments. I'm gonna fucking burn your ass if you come at me with compliments. It's something I personally don't need.
Mhm.
I don't want them.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with wanting them. That's why we're not all the same person. I'm. If you were just like me, this would be a boring ass stream.
This would just be chaos in a cup.
Yeah. And they're very much like me. She's like most of the people I have on as guests, most of the chatters I really talk to are the people who don't, and not haters, but like people who are just like, let's talk about what you're talking about. Let's actually acknowledge that, not just oh you're pretty.
I I don't get and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying this is what I'm going to say is I'm not saying what I'm about to say.
Yeah,
When I stream, like when I game or when I stream by myself, I don't get that.
but okay, now the difference is she's full time streamer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like she's been
Okay.
doing this for many years
Gotcha.
and full time. Like this is that's her bread and butter. Like we stream and we have like scheduled times, but like she'll do like 6 or 7 hour streams every other day.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and that's what it is. It's essentially she's an e girl,
Mm.
which is nothing wrong with. Like I will say,
Mm-mm.
there's absolutely nothing wrong with that because good God, pay me to be an e girl. I'll be an e girl all day. I want to be an e guy. Um, and it does. It's one of those things are, and I think honestly, if you did stream, like if you had that maintain that schedule like she does, and the constant
Mhm,
social media, we actually didn't meet because we found each other's streams. We
mhm,
met each other because you know how I promote constantly.
mhm,
That's how we met. We were just sharing on the same promote, like the same Twitters, the same like Twitter groups, the same Facebook groups, and we had just been like back to back advertising.
mhm,
So when they're like, "Hey, I like your advertising. What do you use for your like program?" And we talking social media programs. We got
mhm,
into like real technical shit
mhm.
about like social media marketing, and so that's how we met. Is not I found her stream and we started watching each other, or she started our stream. We met through promotions. And I'm like, I think if you did that and it was your full time job, you would have that. I don't know if you would react the same way because you do enjoy compliments.
Yes. Yes, I do enjoy compliments, but again, there's also a very difference between the compliments she's getting and the compliments that I get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when I say this, we share the same thing. Like, I cannot stand the sound of my own voice. I don't want to be told I'm doing a good job. Like, we have the same mentality of don't compliment me.
How are we friends? We are like exactly opposite. How the fuck are we friends?
Opposites attract, and our moms were friends.
Oh, so okay. All right.
Yeah.
Like we're opposite. Like
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't enjoy compliments. I don't need to know I'm doing a good job because I don't give a shit. I'm d I want everyone to know in the audience, I love you with all my heart and soul, but I don't create content to make you happy. I create content to make myself happy. And I'm happy that you guys enjoy the same thing because that's what makes us close. That's what makes us friends. I'm not out here trying to entertain. I'm trying to be me and hanging out with my friends. That's why I know everybody in my community's name.
Mhm,
And that's why I get so close with you guys because I do. I make this because I love hanging out with you. D101 has stayed around so long because I enjoy the time I get with you. I enjoy this.
do you?
Yeah, I really do.
Uh-huh.
I do. I look forward to Mondays. I miss streaming longer. Like I enjoyed every second we got to spend together on Mondays. And I think but that's why she did it. She enjoyed creating the content. She didn't need the validation
Mhm.
for content.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. When I hear, "Oh, I love getting compliments about you. I love getting compliments about Shep. I love getting compliments about WD. I was really funny because so
Who
and so
gives you
said what."
compliments about me?
Uh, why don't you just go ahead and head over to the Dondero Streams TV on YouTube and read the comments on every DWK like, cause okay, so for y'all that don't know, a week after we stream, the same day it streams, the last episode comes out at 10 a.m.
Mhm.
A week later.
Mhm.
God, Rebecca is hot. 17 compliments, 17 times by 13 different people.
Lies.
Yep. Fuck, go to the YouTube channel.
I guess it's
Look it
just
up
so
yourself.
I think that's the one thing that I don't do is I don't pay attention to comment like people comment on videos, like or streams like that. Like I don't read YouTube comments. I know. Well, she is hot. Oh, thank,
She
thank
is.
you,
You're
Dawn.
fantastic. Aruj, you are fantastic. I love your content. I love your podcasts. I even just the audio stuff. It's fun to listen to. I have started listening to our podcast outside of this. I've started rewatching content I'm in. Even though I hate me, I enjoy us.
Ah, because this is us.
Hmm.
John, I love you. I love you more than my luggage.
What would you say?
I love you more than my luggage.
The fuck is luggage?
Luggage, like
Is that a colloquialism that I'm not familiar with?
steel magnolias?
The fuck is still magnolias?
What?
What? What am I doing? Like, hold on, wait. We can't end yet. I just realized something, and it's
What?
really bad.
What?
I can't believe.
Oh, you went the whole time without a man bun. You got so mad you didn't put in the man bun. I literally gasped, right?
Thank you, Shifty Bricks.
You're right. You're right. Shifty bricks. Steel Magnolias with like Dolly Parton and Julia Roberts and Sally Fields
God, I
and
have such a thing for Dolly Parton. She's hot.
but like
I don't
they
care how old she is. She's still fucking hot, and she's a goddamn saint. And don't
that
no
is
one can
good.
tell
It
me
is a
otherwise.
good movie, and it was based on a play, and the movie actually followed the play like almost exactly. But at the very end, like Weezer's the crotchety old Southern lady, very old, and there's like the prim
You
and
say
proper
Weezer?
Weezer. Her name is Weezer.
Oh, I thought you meant the band Weezer. And I was like, the band Weezer are
No.
like, if you want to destroy my sweater, woo woo woo.
But like Weezer is of course like the two opposites, and so the proper one, Maylee, she's like Weezer, and they had a fight, they had a falling out and whatever, and she goes, Weezer, I love you more than my luggage, and like that's the thing that like breaks the ice for them. So whenever I say
Are you
like
trying to break ice with me? After like how many years of us doing this?
oh my god, fucking
See?
ah.
See, you pay a compliment, triggered. Full goddamn circle.
The armadillo. Okay, yes, yes.
Has everybody seen this movie but me?
Yes. How have you lived in the South and not seen it at least 3 times because your mom watched it?
God. And you know what's sad? I give Buttercup shit all the time because I like make a movie reference, and she's just like, "The fuck you talking about?" And y'all make a movie reference, and I'm just like, "What the fuck you talking about?" I've heard about it, but never watched it. See, Sean's with me; he's never seen it either. God, but Sean ruins everything. I hate that. I hate that I'm on the same side as Sean right now. Oh goddamn!
Congratulations.
All right, Dondero, since you were logical with the comments, how do you approach telling someone what they need to hear? Arugs, how do I tell you what you need to hear?
Straightforward.
Just blunt it out.
Yeah.
You're a grown ass adult.
Yeah.
You say it. You say it out of love. Don't ever say anything out of. Don't ever tell someone they're being a piece of shit out of anything other than love. If I'm telling you you're doing something dumb, it's not because I want to bring you down. It's because
Mhm.
I want to build you up. And that's honestly how you do anything. And if you do it right, people will know. If I come to a ruse,
It looks like two pigs fighting under a blanket. I bet you, I bet you $5. She paid $500 for that dress and didn't wear a girdle.
it is the quintessential Southern white woman movie. Yes. But no, all right, Stomach, this is very serious. Everything you should say, you don't have to compliment people. I could tell someone they're being a piece of shit, and I can say it with all the love in the world. And that's the difference. That's what people are forgetting in the world. Criticism is supposed to be productive. It's supposed to help build.
Mhm.
If you say something to bring someone down, you're a piece of shit. Sorry, not sorry. I don't tell people negative stuff because I want to bring them down. I tell people negative stuff because I want them to be better than what they're being right now.
Mhm.
And I don't do it because I want them to change who they are. I want them to know I don't think you think you're being the best person you can be.
I have actually, I have told somebody, I was frustrated, not them, and it wasn't that
Mhm.
they had done anything to me. It is just that I got so frustrated at
Movie night.
them because I didn't want to see them hurting anymore. I didn't want to see them hurting anymore, and I got so frustrated. I'm like, stop being stupid. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see you being hurt anymore. And you are making a poor choice. And I don't want to see you hurt. And it's hurting me to watch you make these bad decisions. Wake up. And it's not that I was saying it because I thought that they were stupid or I thought that I hated them. I was saying it because I didn't want to see to continue to make the mace, and I was frustrated and I was angry. I was angry that they were still not caring about themselves. So sometimes you just have to emote, and sometimes telling them the truth is may on the outside sound
Mm.
like anger, but it was very much like, you deserve better. Stop being dumb. Stop letting people use you. Stop letting people abuse you, because I am tired of seeing you hurt. And that's
And
that's
that's it. That's the crux of it. Okay, so D101 kind of switched goals from like chaos to pro mental health with tough love and comedy.
yeah.
That's kind of why we switched over, because 2023 is like literally we're going to be pro mental health, but through tough love and comedy. And it was that. It's exactly that.
Mhm.
I want people like usually when I rant about something or like I give Arugs bullshit like be a grown ass adult. It's not because I want Arugs to feel like she is not. I want Arugs to feel that power. I want Arugs to have. I want our audience. I want everyone to have that moment
Mhm.
of no. Who gives a shit? You're a grown ass adult, and that's this year. This year is like literally you're a grown ass adult in the sense of no, you answer to no one. Build yourself. Screw compliments, screw negativities. What are you doing for you? And what are you letting hold you down? Because you know what? If someone insults me, I could take it one or two ways. I could be really butthurt about it, and I could bury myself in dirt about it.
Mhm.
I can dig a goddamn hole. I can get down there and be like, yeah, what am I doing? Digging a hole. Because I'm really upset you insulted me. Or I can go, fuck you.
Mhm.
I'm either going to be happy with myself and be a piece of shit, or I'm not.
Right.
Because, like I said, at the end of the day, you can be a piece of shit. You're allowed to. You are allowed to be a turd. And I don't think people realize that. I know, I don't, I think there's so many people out there saying you got to be a good person. You got to be a ruse. Be a good person. No, be you. If you're a turd, you're a turd. Did someone love you? Do you love somebody?
Of course.
You're doing great. Even whenever it tells you you're being a turd, be like, well, okay, yeah, fuck you. I'm a turd. I don't care. I do what I can for the people I love. And I want everyone here to do what you can for the people you love.
And that sometimes means being unpleasant. And
Yeah.
John and I are both that person, for like, we are unpleasant. Sometimes we love each other that we're going to be unpleasant.
Oh
It's
my
going to be
God.
unpleasant.
The meetings of you got to do this, you got to do that. And I hate every second of it, but I will sit there and take my lumps. I will hear about scheduling and stuff like that, and I will do everything I can to make Arugs deal with it. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm here for it.
Because you don't have to deal with it.
No, honestly, do you know why? Do you know why I want you to deal with stuff like that? It's because I know you will attack it in such a way that I can stand behind it. And we had a scheduling conflict, and I was literally like, "No, I got your back. Had your back, 110%, and that's what I want. I want to be the person who has somebody's back. I want to get all over that back and just get in there,
Getting
lumped
it.
with love."
Oh, I love it.
Is D101 2 hours long now? No, we're just vamping. It was just a good episode. There was no Arug's happy hour to jump into, and I was having a really good time with Arug, so I was waiting for her to be like, "All right, time to wrap it up." So yeah,
uh,
I'll try to run long on days that we don't have Arug's happy hour because fuck y'all, I like my time with Arug's. But yeah, I guess we do have to start wrapping up, start winding down.
I think that's like you were saying, 2023. First off, my therapist said, "You're a motherfucking adult." Like, she literally told me that this past week. Like, she was like, I was like, "Oh god, okay. All right." You
Did you
but
tell her your insane friend told you that first?
No,
Did you
I
give
was
me the credit?
no, but I gave you the credit
What?
in my head. I was like, "Oh, I'm
I
gonna have
need
to."
your therapist to know that you have
Oh,
somebody
oh,
who's
you need
insane.
validation? You need validation? Is that
I
what
need
you need?
that validation,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I need 0 validation other than subscribe and like, click all the likes, subscribe to the page. I don't need any validation. Subscribe, buy merch. Other than that, but
Okay.
I need validation from your therapist.
Well, you know what? You can schedule an appointment for that.
Honestly, it's just so I could take your a therapist down a peg that I already said at first.
I need
That's a
validation off the
spite thing.
validation. Kagome, like, I do to a certain extent. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I do need the compliments. I like the compliments. I like being told I'm good looking. I also like being told that I'm nice and I'm funny and I'm great to be around because my internal voice in my head it doesn't say that. So I'm working on that. I'm working on trying to change the internal voice in my head. But that also
Don't. Well, I mean, do, but want them, need them. That's okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm saying the internal voice is telling me all the things that I don't need them, that I don't need the things that I want, or don't need the things that I need. You know that thing. But I mean, this year it's been very much of I'm tired of not thinking I'm motherfucking amazing because I am motherfucking amazing. I am great. And I'm annoying. And I'm annoyingly loving. And I'm annoyingly perky. And I'm also very sarcastic. And I'm great. And I'm tired of pretending like I'm not.
I'm gonna leave everybody on this note, and I'm gonna tell something. I'm gonna open up because I have been this year. I have been riding a lot of people very hard, and I haven't been very honest about stuff like that. So, are you ready?
Mhm.
I'm getting to the point where I want compliments. I honestly, I I want to be that person who gets validated for shit. I don't need it, but I want it. Does that make sense?
That's yes.
I'm trying to be a better person. Don't lay it on thick. And internet, don't tell nobody. But I'm trying very hard to be the person because like I said, I grew up being very picked on. I mean, you knew me. I grew up poor.
Mhm.
I grew up and it was one of those things where I don't want to be complimented. I don't want to be told this, that, and the other. I make my way and I want to be weird. And I think I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting healthier. I'm getting more
Right?
observant that maybe, just maybe, and this is a strong fucking maybe, Sean, get
Uh-huh.
ready to roll them credits. But honestly, I think I'm getting to the point now where maybe, just maybe, every occasional moment, I want to be told that I am pretty awesome. And that being said, Arugs, I love you. You're amazing. Community, you're amazing. Make sure to check out all our content we have going all week long. Just it's crazy good content, and we're gonna be doing more and more and more and more and more because we're gearing up for Con Carolinas, which is right around the corner. ConCarolinas.org. Use code BSBN to get 25% off. Come see us in person. Yeah, all the things. Join the discords. See all the people. Sean, let's get the fuck out of here. The meter's running. Good night, everybody.
Right.
3, 2, 1.